Welcome to Yoga with Katie. Today we're going to be celebrating Imbolc, which is welcoming light, spring, life, even the Celtic goddess Brigid. So we're going to be going slow. Today I recommend bolster, blocks, and a strap. If you don't have either of those, that's okay. Maybe just a big pillow or some books if you'd like to substitute for blocks. You can use some rope or cord if you don't have a strap. But otherwise, we're going to remember that we practice yoga safely here. So we're going to be aware of our surroundings and we're going to be aware of the sensations in our body so that we practice yoga safely. When you're ready, we're going to start with our strap. You're going to loop it through itself. So if you have the one that has the two D rings, you have one that goes through both of the rings and then back through just one to create your loop. You're also going to have your bolster set long ways on the mat behind you. Move your blocks out of the way. And we're going to start in butterfly, so feet together. Once you have your hula hoop of a strap, it's going to go over the head. At your lower back, it's going to go between the knees and then over the tops of the feet. So it's going to look like this. You're going to tighten it up, making sure your knot or your D-rings are not pressing into your lower back, your hips, or your ankles, but floating in free space, but available for you to adjust as needed. You have your bolster behind you, recognizing that you can sit up and adjust this as needed, but you're going to start by laying down in this supported butterfly. When you feel relaxed and comfortable in your shape, decide where you want your arms to go. You could have arms alongside the body, arms on the body, maybe arms behind the head or overhead. Today is about relaxing, welcoming in the Sabbath, maybe even thinking about the future and the spring to come. So let's take this moment just to think about how we feel. Any sensations in the body, any emotions in the body, any thoughts that are related to the emotions and the sensations. All of this is without judgment. We're simply recognizing and taking input, or I like to say taking inventory. Pause here for the next 10 or so breaths. Graciously draw your awareness back into the space, back into the body and the moment. Now, I encourage you to stay here as long as you need, but if you're ready for movement, we start slow. It could be wiggling fingers and toes, maybe swallowing, rocking the head, maybe using the arms to reach up overhead, almost like you're waking up for the first time today. And then to sit up, you're going to tuck your chin, press into the hands and the elbows to lift up. Go ahead and loosen the strap. That way we can pull it away from the feet and then up overhead, setting that aside. Let's go ahead and straighten the legs out in front of you, maybe rocking them, external and internal rotation. And then we're just going to relax forward here. So you have the option to use a bolster again. We're just going to lean forward and round the spine, and your support is just to relax your head on. So you've got those options with the bolster. Maybe even your blocks, you can build a little tower with the blocks, reaching forward. Or if you feel good without the props, maybe you just round the spine, relax the head, reaching forward. This stretch isn't so much for the legs as it is for the lower back. Pausing here for a breath. Next time that you inhale, let's sit up. Go ahead and cross the legs, and we're going to start with a nice easy side bend. Go ahead and take that left hand to the floor, right arm up and over, side bend to the left. And then play around with the placement of your ribs. You prefer them up and twisted open, or do you prefer them a little bit closed off, rotated down? Neither are right or wrong here today. We're just doing what feels good. Where can you place your body so that you feel the stretch? One more breath in. Exhale it out. On the inhale, sit up, taking that top hand to cross the body. Grab that left knee. Go ahead and twist all the way to the left. Using your left hand behind you to sit up tall. Maybe even twisting your neck to look behind you. Because we're in the twist, we're really expanding the inhales as best we can. Exhale, relax into the twist. Do it again. Inhale, we're thinking tall. Exhale, twist. Wonderful. The next time that you exhale, we're going to come out of the twist, but leave that hand there. Cross the other hand, reaching the other knee, and then sit back, round the spine. You're rocking back on the tailbone, tucking the pelvis. Adding this push and pull motion with the hands. You're pushing the knees away, but pulling back with the hands. Chin is tucked. Go ahead and relax and come out of that. Let's move to the other side. Side bend to the right. Left arm up and over. Same thing, soften into your version of this side bend. What feels good and comfortable to you. When you're ready, that top hand reaches over to that right knee, twisting now to the right. We really expand the inhales in the twist because our lungs are getting compressed. So try your best to think bigger inhales, and then your body does the exhale. 3 breaths. This is 2. Last one. Exhale, release. Same thing, but this time your right hand crosses over to the left knee. Sit back. Wonderful. Sit up. We're going to move into a modified sun salutation. So let's start in tabletop. And you're going to keep the feet flat on the floor. And let's start in child's pose. Send the hips back. Arms are forward. Relax the head down. Pausing here for a moment. When you inhale, walk the hands under the shoulders, sit up. Maybe even kneel as you reach your arms up to the sky, leaning back. Exhale, tabletop. We're going to find Ashtanga Pranam. That's where our chin and our chest reach for the floor, but our tailbone is still lifted. You're going to pull your chest through the hands. Now your hands are by your rib cage, by your waist. Rolling the shoulders back, lifting the heart into cobra. Hips and knees are still on the floor. Exhale, press from the hands, send the hips back to child's pose. So as we're moving through this modified sun salutation, we're welcoming in the sun. We're welcoming in those longer days, maybe becoming more observant, eager for the spring and the warmer weather. Let's do it again. Walk your hands under the shoulders to sit up. Maybe you kneel all the way. Inhale, reach. Exhale, hands to the floor, tabletop. Dropping the chest and the chin, Ashtanga Pranam. Pull your heart through, roll the shoulders back. This is the inhale. Exhale, send the hips back. Pause in your child's pose. We're going to do it again, but let's pause and breathe. Now, Ashtanga Pranam. Ashtanga means 8 limbs. So when we do that, we're making 8 points of contact on the floor. So that's our 2 hands, 2 knees, 2 feet, then our chest and chin. Those are all 8 points reaching for the floor. On your inhale, we'll sit up. Final time. Reach your arms up towards the sky. Welcome in that sun. Hands to the floor. Ashtanga Pranam. Pull your heart through. Shoulders are back and down. Heart is lifted. Exhale, child's pose. Wonderful. Go ahead and sit up. We're going to stay in a kneeling position though, so we're going to stretch the tops of the feet. Go ahead and grab your strap and maybe lengthen it here. Let's stretch our shoulders. Let's see what I had going on here. So you're going to take that strap in both hands, and all we're doing is taking it up and then back behind. Inhale back up to the top, exhale forward. Adjusting as needed. Every time you reach up, it's the inhale. When your hands come down, it's the exhale. So going as fast or as slow as you need. Maybe even pausing in that sweet spot. Doing this move also helps open up the heart chakra. Let's do one more round wherever you are. Awesome. Now we're going to make it more towards the side. So taking your right hand up towards the sky, left hand down, pausing here. Exhale, come back to the front. I'll turn sideways so you can see. This time, other arm up, other hand down, pulling that arm back behind. Inhale, other side. Exhale through center. Inhale, reach up and back. Last time, we're going for 3 rounds. Connecting with your breath. Beautiful. Now we're going to catch the hands behind us. So taking the strap in one hand overhead, Bend at the elbow. Other hand comes under from the bottom, and you're grabbing the strap. From here, you can think about walking your hands as close together as they can get. We're being mindful of this shoulder, though. It rotates inward. Our other hand that's reaching up and back, we're still thinking tall with the elbow as well as tall with the head. So try not to tuck your chin here. Long through the body. And maybe even pressing your back into that bottom arm. All that does is close off your rib cage. One more breath. On the exhale, release and then give yourself some huggers. Cool, and then we'll do the other side. Strap in hand, up overhead. Other hand comes down from below. Grab that strap, maybe walk your hands as close as they'll get. Being mindful of that shoulder. Still sitting tall, breathing through the belly. See if you can relax your face. 2 breaths here. Wonderful. Kindly release. Pass that strap off to the side. And let's come into tabletop just so you can shake out the feet and the ankles from us sitting on them for so long. Once your ankles feel good, place them on the mat. And let's do some cat-cows. Dropping the belly, looking up. We're inhaling. Exhale, round the spine. Tuck the chin. Continue at your own pace. Knowing that we're making these shapes nice and dramatic. Wonderful. One more. Inhale up. Exhale round. Very good. Go ahead and grab your bolster and we're going to do a nice easy twist. So from here, you're going to set your hip against the bolster. We've got what I call mermaid legs. You're going to twist your body to face the bolster and then lay down. You're going to decide where you'd want to rest your head. You can do forehead down, maybe even facing the same way as your knees, or you can turn your head so that you're facing the opposite way. That just adds a little bit more twist into the neck. Whatever shape you've chosen, see if you can relax your arms. Really trust your blanket or your bolster. If you don't have a bolster here and you just have a pillow, you simply could just use it as a pillow. So you're still facing sideways, you're relaxing down, maybe even just pausing in this fetal pose. Whatever shape you've chosen, your job is to relax more each exhale. As we step away from winter, we recognize that winter is a time of rest. As we move forward into spring, we're slowly reawakening. So all this practice is recognition, celebration, and time to reflect on goals. Goals for the spring, for the year ahead. I recommend journaling about that. Get your words onto paper and see the whole picture. The next time that you inhale, we'll press up to sit. And then we're just transitioning to the other side. So that could simply be just turning the body over, other hip against the bolster. Twist that body to face it and then lay down. If you're in the fetal pose, you're just twisting so that the head is resting the other way. And then see what you can relax here. Is it your legs? Maybe it's your belly. Just let your belly be, being grateful for the shape that it makes. Maybe it's your arms. If you feel like your arms are awkward, you can reposition them. Maybe even your hands specifically. How much can you relax the hands? I always like to take this moment where I'm laying on my side to think about soft face, soft jaw, soft cheeks, almost like a baby sleeping. It's okay if the lips are parted. How heavy can the head be? 2 more breaths to relax. When you're ready, we'll press up to sit. And then we'll find our final resting pose. So if you have your blocks, we're going to make a little table with our bolster. So I like to stand them up tall, and then the bolster sits right on top. So you've got the legs of the table and the top. And here's how I get into it. I like to sit nice and close to it, swing the legs over. That way my hips were already close. And then lay down. And then adjusting how close or far away you'd like to be from your table. This shape is good for the lower back. It's good to feel some relief in the feet as they float in free space. And we're going to pause in Shavasana for about 10 breaths. And just like we did in the beginning of class, every time you exhale, you're melting more and more. See if you can relax that muscle. Imagine even becoming one with the earth. I encourage you to rest here as long as you need. If you are ready to sit up and move on, let's gently reawaken the body. That could be circling the ankles, maybe circling the wrists, maybe rocking the head. Like we did in the beginning of class, it's a full body stretch, but mostly for the upper body. Could be reaching the arms up overhead, finding the arch in that lower back. And then we'll hug the knees into the chest, round that spine, maybe even rocking side to side, massage the sacrum. And then to sit up so we're not bumping into that makeshift table, you're going to roll onto one side, pausing in that fetal position, maybe using your bicep as a pillow. When you inhale, you're going to use the hands to press up to sit, meeting me in Sukhasana. That's easy seated pose. Anjali Mudra. That's our mudra of gratitude. Hands in prayer fashion at the center of the heart. Bow that chin to the chest. We're grateful to be here today to celebrate Brigid and Imbolc and welcoming in all things spring. Please take your thumbs to touch the third eye. This is our reminder to have an open and receptive mind. Thumbs down to the lips as a reminder to have kind words. Lastly, thumbs to the heart as a reminder to have a truthful heart. The light in me bows, honors, and respects the light within you. Namaste.